Captain.
We're
Captain.
actually live.
Okay, cool.
This is weird.
Is it working?
Come on.
I'm not seeing it pop up on the Movie Sleuth.
Wait. Oh my God. We're live.
Okay.
Crazy.
Your mom's live.
Oh, we're starting with that already.
Intro the show.
3 years, and the first thing that we come back to is mom jokes.
Let's be honest. We'd all be disappointed if we didn't go back immediately to mom jokes. And I am not.
I would agree.
I am not seeing us live.
No?
No.
I'm gonna have to refresh it. Might take it a second.
Okay. See, I told you we were going to have problems.
Oh, wait. We are back.
There
Is
goes.
it working?
It is working, sir.
It's saying that our frame rate's low. So hopefully our frame rate isn't low and we're good to go. But we're going to do the best we can tonight because, let's see what's happening. Okay. Hey,
And hey, we have subtitles. Did you know that?
I did not. We have subtitles tonight?
We are subtitled.
Wow.
I feel like Akira Kurosawa would be proud of us.
Hey.
We're not dubbed.
So it looks like we're doing okay. We're live. We're back. And yeah. Okay. So let me switch over here. Key frame rate too low. I'm not going to worry about that for now. We're just going to do our thing. Okay. And are we ready to roll?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think so.
Everybody's on. All our channels are good. Let's do this.
You're listening to
thought we weren't
Real
talking
Crime,
over it.
the Movie Sleuth podcast.
I'm not going to say anything bad about that woman.
Who is it?
It's just some random lady I found on Fiverr.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I paid $5 for that voiceover. I'm proud of myself for that.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Seems like it's worth at least $5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she's worth $5 in other aspects, but you know
We don't
what?
know. We don't. And seeing that she's nameless, we can say this without being mean about it. 'cause
Yeah.
We don't honestly know.
I don't know what your name is, lady, but
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
So
That's like I lent my voice during our break to a reading of The Grinch that one of my friends' podcasts did.
yeah,
And he got other podcasters and voice actors and all that kind of stuff to come along and just record a line of dialogue or a page or two from the book. And so I was one of the people that he asked to come participate in that.
nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I got to name drop Real Crime
Yeah.
in the process of doing it because I got listed or credited as Trevor West from Real Crime Podcast.
Nice. Very nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, hopefully everything here is working okay. I can't promise that it is, but
Our one viewer, who I think is me, has
Yeah.
not complained yet.
nobody's complained yet. So if they haven't complained yet, we're okay.
We're
okay.
We're doing okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's all right. We're going to have some bumps along the road. It has been since March.
Dude, it's literally 5 weeks
March
from
of 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the last
like
show
the
we did.
first or second week of March.
Right before the world ended.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
literally.
So
I did Uber Eats for 2 weeks and then I stopped working for a year and a half.
So welcome back. I'm Chris. We've got my son Connor joining us tonight.
Hi, I'm Connor.
He fits right in.
He does.
And Michelle, of course.
Hello.
Wonderful, wonderful Michelle. And then this guy,
This guy.
the
Yeah.
beard,
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And it's funny because I'm actually in the seat of the original beard. So,
Yeah.
So now I'm like Beard Mark II.
He'll be back at some point. He'll
Beard
be back.
2.0.
Yeah.
That's
beard.
me. I'm Beard 2.0.
The new beard.
Yeah.
That'd be a good album name.
But would it be? Yeah. I mean, I have ideas for where you could go with an album called The New Beard, and a lot of it is Rock Hudson's wife.
Yeah. Aw.
Dang.
Well, we don't have our screen here anymore that we used to have because it just got in my way and I didn't like it there. But I say, we got to start off. Typically, we mentioned our sponsors every show. Guess what? We don't have any sponsors anymore.
What?
Yeah.
How
So-
how could that be after
I don't
3
know.
years?
We're like a Ronin
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
You hear that, everybody?
No
We
corporate
need sponsors.
interference.
We need. I want to be a corporate shill. So, corporations listening, if you are, we need sponsors.
give us money.
Give us money. Let us
need
do
money.
this for a living.
Yes,
Please.
we need
that
money.
would be amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So, no sponsors. You know what? If you want to spend money, get a hold of me, Chris at SpoilerFreeMovieSleuth.com, and we'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
for
will
sure.
mention you once
We'll
a
mention
week.
you once a week. If we can last that long.
Yeah. We'll see how many weeks we got in us, huh?
So, news this week, Aladdin 3477. I don't know if you guys know anything about this
It looks
movie or not.
bizarre.
Yeah. So, artist, he's worked for Lucasfilm for years
Mm-hmm.
and years and years. Matt Bush, he actually made his own trilogy of films, and it's kind of like a Star Wars meets fantasy meets action adventure kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's based around the Aladdin tale. So the trailer dropped for this thing.
Yeah, you posted. I watched it twice.
And it just dropped, and it's already like over 200,000 views
wow.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Super
It looks
fast.
interesting.
Yeah. Amazing artist. Amazing artist. So check out Matt Bush on Facebook and go watch his trailer on YouTube. And then also in news, Avatar. The Weight of Water. I like to call it The Weight of Water because there was that movie in the 90s. Remember that? Liz Hurley. Yeah.
Forgot about it. But
Yeah. Yep. Avatar, the film with no cultural relevance, has officially crossed $2 billion
Dang.
this weekend.
How much did it cost to make it? Like 1
Five?
billion? 1.9 billion?
500.
Here's how the way of water can still bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it can still be, it can still come in under budget.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because it
won't.
was 500 million is what the movie cost.
I don't know why I thought that movie was more
Dude,
expensive than
the subs he made to shoot it cost more than
Really?
500 million.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
it's not a flop. It's not as bad as people thought it was going to be. It's
I
a lot of
honest,
blue.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I hate admitting this. I haven't even watched the trailers for it. Like, I have cared so little about this that I don't even know who is returning from the original. I know nothing.
It's just a bunch of fake blue things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till it comes out on like video because my eyesight's a little jacked up and like 3D movies
Oh,
make
they
me a
kill
little
me.
pukey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially if they're long and high frame rate stuff also makes me feel pukey.
Did you
So it's
see?
like-
Did you see The Hobbit in 3D?
No.
Oh, God,
That was hard.
That was brutal.
But I don't like high frame rate stuff. It just makes me
Yeah.
feel kind of nauseous. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'll just wait for that.
I get that.
Rent
We
that.
saw it IMAX 3D the first time, and that looked good.
Yeah.
And then I saw it a second time in HFR 3D at the Dolby Digital, and the left projector cut out like 30 minutes before the end of the movie.
Oh no.
So we went from like this really unique looking thing to like, oh, now it's just regular old 2D.
Is it like is the HFR? Is it the whole movie's like that?
No.
Oh okay.
No, it's like controlled, so it's not like all over the place.
Okay.
It's what has to be high frame rate is.
Right.
So it goes in and out. Is that jarring when it switches
No,
between them?
not at all.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very smooth.
I sort of had to get used to it at first because I hadn't seen anything in high frame rate. I don't think,
Yeah.
but I got used to it.
So, also, Megan. This movie is just killing it at the box office
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
It's made $125 million globally in
Yeah.
like 2 weeks.
Which is crazy for a movie that's released in January, which is traditionally where they dump movies they
Yeah,
think aren't
yeah.
going to
Yeah.
do well.
Yup.
You know what's blowing my mind is this year we have such a cool batch of horror movies that are really dividing everybody. Like everybody either absolutely thinks it's a masterpiece and amazing, or it's hot garbage.
Right.
So I mean, like Skinamarink.
Yeah.
So many people are just love it, and so many people think it was the worst thing they've ever seen.
I've not seen it yet.
That
I
was
watched
actually-
it last week.
Oh, did
Yeah?
you like
Yeah,
it?
it was really good. I think.
I liked it too.
Cool.
That was going to be my movie I was going to
was like-
recommend.
well, you can still recommend
I
it.
would say,
gonna
and
Skinamarink.
you disliked Megan, right? You said that the dance part was the best part. Or was that you?
That was Michelle.
No,
was
yeah,
Michelle.
I didn't. I just thought it was, as the kids say, mid. I wasn't super into it.
Yeah,
I was-
You're still a child.
as the kids say.
Well, I just thought it like it was, I couldn't tell that they added that dancing stuff so they could make clips of TikTok
Right.
and like kind of go viral with it.
Yeah.
And then when I watched the movie, it didn't feel organic to the movie, and it was, I guess it's like campy or whatever. I don't know. It just felt like
Purposeful.
like a leftover Black Mirror episode that wasn't good enough for Black Mirror. So like
In
it's
a
like
way.
it's like I called it Black
Ouch.
Mirror from Wish. That's what I called it.
Makes
Wish mirror.
sense.
But see, everybody likes it. I mean, it's
Ooh,
fun.
It's that
not
mirror I
that-
bought at Ollie's.
Yeah.
Yeah. $4.99.
Yeah. It fell off a truck.
2 for 50. Yeah, so Megan is kind of rallying at the box office still, and then Gladiator 2 is happening. They've begun casting, and initially they thought that Russell Crowe was going to come back in some degree or fashion, but now, no, that's not happening.
Thank God. That means somebody
Yeah.
actually paid attention to
Yeah.
the script of the first movie.
Yeah, he's dead.
I was gonna say, didn't he like die?
Yeah,
Freaking
in the
corpse.
first movie?
yeah, he's a corpse.
You guys are spoiling Gladiator for me.
Oh.
Oh, I guess you should have watched it 20
He-
years ago when it came out.
He gladiated too hard.
He glad-
He gladiated all over himself.
in public, nonetheless, with Joaquin
Yes.
Phoenix.
Also, have like people like, I mean, Russell Crowe. I mean, I don't know if he have people seen him lately.
Yeah,
He
he's
could
not.
get back in shape.
I guess
He could.
He could. I mean, with a lot of testosterone therapy and,
because like
and a
he's
good
in
diet.
he's in the last Thor,
Yeah.
and I mean, yeah, I could just wear that outfit really.
Yeah.
In what was that movie? The movie where he's like road raging.
Oh,
Oh,
That was Unhinged.
Unhinged.
I didn't see it,
unhinged.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
I love Russell Crowe in
Yeah.
general.
He just looked very unwell in that movie. Like he didn't look good, like at all. But
well, which
Whatever.
would be good if he was dead in the Gladiator 2.
I mean, looking unwell
They
would,
just
would
pan
be an
by his
advantage.
corpse.
yeah,
I think that's his cameo.
he needs to stop gladiating so much. And then
Great. We just made a new verb, everybody. You're welcome.
gladiating. So Tron 3 Ares
Yeah.
is finally happening with. How does this guy keep getting jobs?
Oh,
Don't
Jared Leto.
yeah.
Freaking no.
I mean,
I like Jared Leto,
I like Jared Leto, but the dude is problematic.
terrible.
but he's weird. He
He's
definitely
like a
is weird.
bad person.
He's a good actor.
Yeah,
Horrible person.
like most actors.
yeah, yeah.
Like a lot of actors. Yeah. Yeah.
But like the rapey stuff, and the young girl stuff.
Well,
like,
I know about all that.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
very-
that's why
I
I
knew
love.
he had like a cult or something on an island
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I knew
he's
about
just
that.
he's just not a good guy.
Yeah.
But
I'm
again-
surprised. What's her name from Chloe from Smallville wasn't part of it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. She was crazy too. All right, so new releases this week. Brandon Cronenberg's new film, Infinity Pool,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is coming
Definitely gonna
out
go see
this
that.
week. And
That
then
looks great.
the one that we've all been waiting for, Left Behind: Rise of the Antichrist, is
Ah.
out this week.
Is
Oh,
Kirk Cameron in
finally.
it?
Is Kirk Cameron in it?
No, he's not.
What? How do you
No.
make? How do you make a Left Behind without Kirk?
I don't know
Cameron?
because they
he
restarted.
was the star power.
They reboot.
Oh, they rebooted it.
Yeah, when your star power is Kurt Cameron, I
Yeah.
don't know about your life. Like seriously, do
Right?
you know who Kurt Cameron is?
I think so.
Okay, he was like 80 star, but he's like total like
Dude, he
Nut
went
job.
he went douchebag in the 80s. He literally on his show he fired a girl for posing for Playboy because he
That's
did
right.
Yeah.
I forgot
And
about that.
She was his character's wife on Growing Pains, or girlfriend. She posed for Playboy. He demanded she be fired immediately and replaced.
Wow.
And so they brought in a whole
That's
other
right.
actress to play it. And like he destroyed this girl's career because she posed in Playboy.
And then
He's
the other
like-
girl was in Penthouse.
the other girl did porn
Yeah.
afterwards.
So, yeah,
Way to go, Kirk.
those are our big releases for this week. So really,
That's huge.
yeah. Infinity Pool. I will definitely
Infinity Pool
yeah.
is going to be amazing.
because Brandon does some pretty.
He's out there. He
Yeah.
definitely inherited some interesting genes from Dad.
Yeah,
Yep.
I liked Possessor a lot.
Yeah, Possessor was uncomfortable. I love
yeah.
that.
Have you seen Possessor?
Not yet. I've seen all of his dad stuff. But
Check out that 4K.
Dude.
Yeah, you'd like it. I
Yeah,
think.
you dig it.
If you like
Totally.
his dad's stuff, you'll like it.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll like it. It has a lot of his dad's vibe, but a younger vibe to it.
So, suggested viewings.
Yeah.
I've got a real doozy for everybody this
Do
week.
ya?
It's one that you're never going to expect. It's called The Batman.
The Batman.
Has anybody heard of this movie?
I heard. I vaguely remember something about this movie coming out.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
I can rewatch this film over and over and over again. It's a 5 out of 5. The Batman mythology in this movie is spot on. The whole detective aspect is finally there that we never got before.
It was genuinely the Neil Adams, Denny O'Neil
Yeah.
run of Batman,
The
or everything good about that.
Colin Farrell is Penguin.
I can't wait for the series.
Yeah, and that car chase scene.
That's gonna be
Oh.
on HBO. His Penguin series.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So the Batman, I know most everybody who's watching this or listening to this has probably seen it by now, but
Watch it again.
watch it again because it's definitely worth your time.
Yeah.
What do you got for us there, buddy?
Last week I watched The Age of Innocence. It was a big Martin Scorsese blind spot for me. Really good period drama from him.
That movie is such an odd one for his filmography. It's too. It's a great movie, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the few ones in his filmography because I love that you picked it. But it's one of the few ones in his filmography that does not feel like a Scorsese movie.
See, I'm raising him right.
You are.
Yeah.
You're doing it right. You're doing it
Yeah.
right. As long as he's not over here saying Barry Lyndon is the best Kubrick movie. we're all good.
right. All right, Michelle, what do you got for us? Or you already told us.
Yes, I'm gonna recommend Skinamarink. I think it got held over. I think they gave it a more extended release, but it's very divisive. It's like super experimental. Anybody that is like knows about analog horror, like Backrooms, like SCP type weird stuff like that. Like I think they would be into it, but it's very experimental and long and strange. And I've literally seen people be like super pissed off after they saw it because they're like I had a friend ask for his money back at the
Really?
theater.
Yeah. And she and I have a friend, a mutual friend, Addison, who's a local filmmaker. Watch Psycho 8, everybody, by the way. Who literally was like, he wasn't raging mad about it, but he really like four posts over like he'd rather see almost anything other than Skinamarink, and that it was just a waste of his time and it was horrible, and
Yeah.
which made me want to see it more.
I think it's because I honestly was surprised that a movie that experimental got such a wide general audience release because it's just not a general audience style movie. I feel like it had festival runs too, and it got pirated, so that's why they actually pushed it up. They were supposed to release it in October of this year. The director already had the Shudder. Before he sent it to the festival, he already had Shudder had already picked it up, licensing it.
Oh, really?
But it got pirated, so he was worried that Shudder was gonna like take their offer back, but they didn't. They just kind of pushed it up. I think it comes out in February on Shudder.
Oh, good.
Cool.
But it's like definitely something you have to really be immersed in.
Yeah.
It's just it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm always like happy when weird stuff gets like acclaim. It made almost $1 million, and it cost them $15K to
That's
make
kind
it.
of crazy.
So that's a lot of money.
He shot in his childhood house, I think.
Yeah.
His parents are credited in the opening credits, I'm pretty sure. It's cool.
Could you imagine like if some girl like dates him and like they go to his house and it's a Skinamarink house and it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can spend the night here.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of similar to what happened with Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
Low budget and then just bursts at the seams and just
I
makes
think people
tons
are
of money.
like hungry for new kinds of horror more, and Terrifier 2 is like really gory, which a lot of this actually happened with Megan. Megan was originally shot to be R-rated, and they
Right.
cut it to be PG-13, and it felt a little neutered to me because of that. And I think people are kind of hungry for more extreme horror, maybe not PG-13 to get the most money. But even though Terrifier 2 totally like threw that notion on its head, right? Because it's like a
Right.
hard R, possibly I would even say
That's an
X-rated.
Yeah.
Movie gore-wise, and it made bank, so there's a market for it for sure.
Terrifier 2 was brutal.
Yeah.
The death scenes were
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah. I'm one of those weird horror fans that the first one just felt totally flat for me.
Oh yeah, me too. I love the second one. I thought the first one was
really,
like
I haven't
boring.
seen the second one yet, but the first one I was just like, oh,
It's a
Jesus.
complete like 180 from the
So
first
it had
one.
a plot.
Yes, it has like a whole plot.
Wow.
It has
Okay.
like it's almost like it reminds me a lot thematically of Dream Warriors.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
My favorite Nightmare
yeah.
on Elm Street.
Me too. So I was totally thinking about Dream Warriors the whole time I saw it. And I was really surprised that I guess this was the movie he wanted to make, but he just didn't have like the budget for. So
Okay.
he
So
kinda,
Terrifier 1 made sure this got to be what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, because Terrifier 1 was a pretty big hit also.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like I said, I also thought Terrifier 1 was flat, but I always thought Art the Clown was like a really good character, and like I love that the guy that plays him like a silent movie
Yeah.
kind of a
Mhm.
character, but if he was like evil and murdered people, like an evil Charlie Chaplin
Yes.
or something,
Yep.
which I love. I think that's a really cool, interesting, unique.
That's a disturbing
thing.
image of way of putting it, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
accurate.
Well, that's what he even said, like in an interview, that like he kind of,
The evil Buster Keaton.
yeah, like he kind of modeled his like stuff after like silent.
Wait, you mean
film
Buster
stars.
Keaton wasn't evil in the first?
No, he was a saint. I'm gonna go with the Legend of Vox Machina. Totally lighthearted. Totally, no offense to anybody that had anything to do with the movie or the series. Totally stupid, but fun in every right way possible,
Yeah.
and every wrong way. I mean, it is dirty as fuck. It is the reality of what a D&D campaign is if you play D&D.
Nice.
It's off the rails half the time. The players know how ridiculous what they're doing is. And it's kind of cool because it is a bunch of improv artists
right.
doing D&D, and they are the voice actors for all the characters. And so they go ape shit on this thing. And it has a roller coaster emotion wise. Like, I know people that for the new season by the third episode were in tears watching it. The first season had a couple of those moments where you're like, oh shit,
Right.
like that were actual like gut punches and well done. I mean, it's some of the best voice actors in existence doing one show that they created.
Very cool.
And it's all done from a Kickstarter, which makes it even cool. It is the most successful Kickstarter in the history of Kickstarter.
And what's it called again?
The Legend of Vox Machina.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Critical Role guys.
Okay.
It's their D&D game, and they were like, "Hey, we want to do like a 15-minute animated special for you guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a Kickstarter. If we can get like $70,000, we'll put this together and we'll voice act it and all that kind of stuff." And 2 weeks later, they had $4.5 million.
Holy crap.
They ended up at 8.5. And they're like, okay, we have enough to do 10 full episodes, half-hour
right.
episodes. And then Amazon stepped in and was like, what if we give you money for 2 more episodes for that first season and fully fund the second season? And then an option for a third season at least. Would you guys be interested in that? And they're like, duh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got like guaranteed first two seasons.
So it's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon Prime. It is free on Prime. But they like literally it's already greenlit for season 3. They're already in production. I couldn't recommend it more. Like I had stopped playing D&D for 8 years,
Yeah.
and I was kind of thinking about playing again. My wife and I watched it, and we were like, shit, I need to play D&D. And so literally, like, I'm back to DMing a game every Sunday afternoon, or every other Sunday afternoon. So, yeah. And it's because of that.
Whoops. Sorry.
What'd you do?
Oh, nothing.
What'd you break?
I almost broke something, but I didn't.
The whole
What-
podcast is like,
It's like Alderaan. It just explodes.
In all the wrong places.
All of a sudden, I had the voices of 1,000 dying podcasters.
Okay, Augie Bendoggy.
Augie Bendoggy.
Yeah, now who wants to watch Hardware Wars with me?
God,
Come
that
on.
movie is so good. Have
It
you ever
is.
seen Hardware Wars?
No.
It's pretty cool.
It is terrible.
It's like a low budget, like satire of
It's
Star
a
Wars.
low budget Mel Brooks
Type.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's really, really good.
I've never heard of that.
So
Yep.
it came out when Chris and I were kids.
Yep.
My elementary school had a copy of it on reel to reel.
Dang.
Wow.
And one day they're like, "Hey, everybody, come to the library and watch a movie." And so we all went down there and
Right.
we watched Hardware Wars in the library. The whole
Yeah.
second grade class.
So it's like their tools.
no,
Yeah.
well, they're
like,
flying in an iron,
they're
Oh.
flying in an iron. Like
The-
TIE fighters are like toasters.
right?
And
The
stuff.
the
I
Death
wonder if
Star's a
it's on-
waffle maker.
Maybe it's on YouTube or something.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's definitely on
Yeah.
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
It is. And
Obi-Wan is
ham
Augie Ben
sa-
Doggy. Ham salad.
Ham salad.
Oh, I've never heard of any.
And then Chewbacca's like a knockoff Muppet.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It's ridiculous and fun.
It's only like 30 minutes. It's like really, or not
It's
even.
Not even. It's
Maybe
like 25
12.
minutes.
Yeah, it's a very, very short. But kind of culty kind of thing, you know?
And
So-
the older nerds know.
Yes, the older nerds, the elders.
Elder
they
nerds.
know.
Yeah.
They know all about this.
Yeah.
So we didn't really pick a topic for tonight because we're just kind of like, let's just get back
Holy
into
shit,
the
it's
swing
been
of
3
things.
years.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Well, guys, you know,
I mean-
it's been 3 years. What have you guys done for
yeah,
the last
what
3
you
years?
been doing forever?
Hey, guys.
I mean, like, how did we keep how did we keep busy for the last 3 years? Like, entertainment wise, what did we do differently, and what's changed since this whole thing happened? You know?
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest changes that happened was a lot more stuff started going to streaming that I think would have been theatrical, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they're kind of they're trying to shift it back. I think because now the tagline is only in theaters. Like you see that a
Right.
lot in trailers. You never used to hear that before.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like if you want to see, basically now they're instead of selling you the experience of the theater itself, they're selling you exclusivity and seeing something early. I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
If you want to see this now, you gotta go to the theater. If you want to wait,
Mhm.
you can stream at home. And a lot of theaters closed. The Main Art,
Main
one of
Art.
my favorite indie art house theaters, closed.
It's
But
now,
that wasn't the only one. All over
yeah.
the country that's happening. It's still happening actually. Right
Yeah.
now, there's still theaters that are feeling
In
the
trouble.
fallout. Yeah.
So, do we think theaters are going to survive this?
No, I honestly
I think
don't.
they will.
You think
I think
they
they
will?
will too.
Yeah.
I honestly don't.
I think there'll be a different form though. Because there's always going to be an audience that wants to see a Marvel movie in the theater
Right.
or something like that. So I think what will happen is all the theaters will be the megaloplexes, right?
Yeah.
I think the small indie theater might die out, or it'll go super micro niche. Like
That's
and-
what I was thinking.
yeah.
Is that it would go the opposite of
Well, like-
mega theaters.
like
surviving.
around here you have Cinema Lamont, Cinema Detroit. Those are more like micro theaters,
Yeah,
as I
yeah.
call them, and those are actually very popular, and they do
Mhm.
get art house movies, but it's a very, very, very small venue, and I think it's
Yeah.
either going to be that or it's going to be the Googleplex,
Well,
from The Simpsons, like,
Yeah, I mean,
and it's going to be all Marvel movies and big blockbuster things.
you know what cracks me up? Like, and I was thinking about this today. Like, literally, I was washing dishes, and it went through my head that it's cracking me up how everybody's saying everything's Marvel, and I'm like, it's just this generation's Western.
Yes.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, half the movies that came out were cowboy movies.
Right.
Like, it's just a genre that people are relating to right now. And it keeps making me giggle because everybody's like saying it almost like it's a bad thing.
Well, I think
And
it is kind of a bad thing because they take over all the screens in the theater.
But they have.
Do you
but
need
there's always.
47 screens for Black Panther?
Did you
and then-
need four screens for Who Shot Liberty Valance?
Well, I would like a screen for for some mid budget or
Right.
low or
Yeah.
indie or things.
And that's
They
why
take
that's
too
why
many
I think
screens,
that's
is
why I
what I
think the
think.
megaplexes are doomed for failure, and I think it's going to be the luxury theaters are going to be the ones that survive.
Yeah, with the restaurants in them. And
Yeah,
Stuff,
the where it's an experience going to the movies,
Yeah.
where it's not shuffle in, go see your mass produced craziness. Where you can
The-
still go see your mass-produced craziness, but there's only 4 theaters and 3 of them are other things. You know, so where it's not going to be 4 theaters showing, like she said, Black Panther.
Yeah.
It's going to be that and Terrifier 2 and, you know.
The crazy thing is, when we went to see Avatar, how many people were in that theater?
You mean the last time? we
Yeah.
went? It was pretty empty.
Yeah.
What time did you guys go, in the morning or?
We went at
8:30.
Oh, at night?
8:30 on a Friday,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
and there
Not bad.
were, I think, 5 of us in
Yeah.
the Dolby Cinema.
Yeah.
4 weeks after that movie
Yeah.
opened, and that's that's an issue.
That's
bad.
bad.
And that's why I think like theaters like the one on Gratiot,
Yeah.
and this isn't nationally, but there's theaters like that in every town,
Mhm.
that struggle and put the millions of dollars into renovations, and now at post-COVID, like they don't know what to
They don't know
do.
what to do. Yeah.
So I think Terrifier 2s and the Skinamarink and these lower budget films are bringing some people out that might
Mhm.
wait for that stuff for digital, are like, oh, I want to see that in a theater. I
Yeah.
want that
That would
experience.
be interesting. Yeah.
Here is, I think, the biggest problem with the theaters right now is, everybody had a lot of money through COVID, all the,
Yeah.
the stimulus money and all these things. People don't have that excess
gone.
money right
That's
now.
gone.
It's gone.
And we're in a recession.
And we're
Yeah.
in this recession. And the kind of crazy thing is, when we went, I had 2 free passes and I had my AMC Stubs membership.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got 2 free tickets, and then I had my free membership ticket as well.
Right.
If I didn't have those 2 free tickets and my membership, it would have
On a
been
Friday night?
on a Friday night. They charge a premium now
Oh, wow.
for specific times. It would have been $75
Dang.
for 3 movie tickets. Okay. Then what did we get to eat?
Probably 2 large pops, a popcorn, a
Pretzels
candy.
and
Yeah,
candy.
I mean, I'm not
pretzels.
gonna lie. I sneak food
Oh yeah.
I
and,
totally
and
sneak.
booze
I'm
in
a
the
fr-
movies all the time.
Well,
It
I
was-
obviously don't do the booze, but
It was $45 for food for us, and then I had a gift card. And even after I used the gift card, I still had to pay $16 out of pocket. So we were already at.
I mean, you got lucky. It only cost you 16.
We were at
bucks.
$125
Dang.
for 3 movie tickets and food, and then Andy was with us.
Oh,
Andrew. Oh, Andy. Andrew was with us, and he had 3 beers. And I've
Jesus.
got to imagine those beers are 10 or 12 bucks a
10 at
pop.
least.
Oh heck yeah.
At least.
So
Probably like $15.
Yeah.
for 3 adults to go to the movie on a Friday night, we
Yep.
were pushing $175
for the movie.
to go to a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when the dinner was the expensive part of
Yeah.
dinner
Right.
dinner in a movie.
Yeah.
Now that's insane.
I mean, I was always a cheap ass, and I always used to go to the matinees.
I'm a matinee mother.
So it's like
Yeah.
$5.
Oh,
It used to be $5. Now it's $8. It was $8. Now I don't know what it is now because I use the AMC Stubs thing. So I just go. I use the A-list,
Yeah.
which actually I think is an absolutely fabulous deal. A-list is like
It's the best thing ever.
it's great because you can see like actual like in the IMAX and everything. Like you can
Yeah.
see like the fancy ones.
yeah.
the only thing-
$19.95 a month.
The only thing it doesn't cover are like special events. Like I went to see Shin Ultraman.
And that
Oh
wasn't
God, I
Yeah,
want
that
to see
wasn't
that
covered.
so bad.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
I
it
am
was really
dying
good.
to see that.
But yeah, that wasn't covered. Even though it was at an AMC theater, it wouldn't let me use my
Oh,
Right.
A-list
It's,
for it.
yeah.
So that was like $15, so it was pretty expensive.
But yeah, and like $175 for 3 adults to see a movie on a Friday night. And you got to deal with all the crap too, to
Yeah,
people having
people.
phones out or to people talking or whatever.
And
you
all
know.
I mean, I hate being the one at, and I feel like I'm always the one at the on this one. I'm done with theaters. Like I'll go to press screenings,
Yeah.
but even those are terrible. Like the crowd is horrible. Everybody's noisy. Everybody's eating every food known to man in every wrapper known to man.
Right.
The whole place smells like other people's food. If I have to pee, I can't pause.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'm sorry, being able to pause the movie that
Yeah.
I'm spending $50 on to see, kind of a big deal. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to miss something if I'm paying $175 to go to a movie on a
Yeah.
Friday night.
Well, I
Yeah.
think a lot of people also, everybody's home theaters of like it used to be
Evolved.
back in the day. It was like when you're watching a movie at home, you're watching a VHS, and it was like it was inferior way of seeing a
Yeah.
movie. But now people have 4K mega TVs with surround sound, so it's
Yeah.
actually I wouldn't say it's 100% comparable, but it's way
More. It's closer.
It's closer.
When
Yeah, I agree.
you didn't join me the other night, but I watched Interstellar down here. So I bought that nice 4K projector. I bought that new Panasonic 4K player with the 4K optimizer in it. Down here now, it looks better than any theater I can go to, and I didn't have to spend any money.
Yeah.
And like I watched Interstellar down here the other night, and I was like, this is what like movie watching is about. Like I was put my phone down, just sat there for
You can
3
just
hours
relax.
and just relaxed and
Yeah.
watched my movie and didn't have to worry about anything. And I did pause when I
Right.
had to take a leak or
And you got a bathroom right there.
yeah.
You know,
His bathroom's actually it's just a bucket he shits in.
it really is. It's really disturbing. They dug a pit in their basement,
It's a pit.
and that's actually where he keeps his.
But actually, no, he does have bathroom.
Yeah.
But Chris does have a nice like
His
theater.
setup in
like
here
his
is
setup is better
awesome.
than like a normal setup.
Better than all of ours.
But I find myself when I see a movie in the theater, I feel like I'm more immersed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I feel like I pay attention better because I can't get to my phone. When I'm at home, I'm very much more like I might pick my phone up every 30 minutes or something.
Right.
But in the movie theater, I'm trying not to be a dick, so I don't look at it the whole time. And I feel like I just get the movie better. I feel like it feels different to me to watch a movie in a theater than it does at home. Even if I watch it at home and there's no distractions at all,
Yeah.
I just feel like the movie hits better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a lot of them.
Like the only movie I saw this last year that I thought, holy shit, I'm so glad I saw this in a theater was Maverick.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick in IMAX was incredible.
That was like
It was like mind blowing.
shit your pants intense.
Yeah.
In the theater.
How
know
did
that-
we see that one first?
It wasn't IMAX, but it was some kind of big screen.
Was it EMAX?
I'm trying to remember where we saw it at. Was it Novi?
Dolby?
It was probably Nova. I remember it being pretty far.
Yeah, so it would have been EMAX then.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That was pretty dope.
I mean,
I
even
saw it
the
in
4K
I saw it in
of that is
Taylor
good
at
looking.
Yeah.
an IMAX.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm sorry, work. You can yell at me later. I like half-assed my last job and was like, shit, it's only 1. Jen doesn't need me home till 5. There's a theater in this mall. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna go see Maverick. Like,
It's such a good movie. And I hate the talk of so and so saved cinema, because nothing's really saving cinema, but that
yeah.
movie, I mean, it really post COVID, I mean
it gave me a reason to go to a theater.
It's also like it kind of crosses demographics. Like
Yeah.
when I'm at work, I'm like the movie person, but I work with kind of like older guys in like their 50s. So like if it's a lot of they've either never heard of anything I'm watching, or it's like weird. I like the weird movies. But Maverick, they all loved Maverick. Like
Yeah.
that was the only movie I've ever heard all
yeah,
of them like.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I called it like the ultimate dad movie.
It really
Like
is.
it's like it's like
I
a
hate-
10
I
out
hate
of
agreeing
10
with that.
dad movie, but it's like it's just a good ass old fashioned this movie. It's just like a
It's-
lot of these movies don't look like that. You could tell it was made before the pandemic mostly.
Oh, totally.
It has a
Totally.
different
Mhm.
like movies made post pandemic have a more insular feel because they have all these like restrictions in place. They had to do things differently, and a lot of these movies, or a lot of them go straight to streaming. And Netflix movies have a look to them.
Some do.
Yeah.
It
Depends
just
who's
looks
directing them.
cheap. Well, Netflix also makes everybody use the same camera. They have a list of like 3 different types of cameras you can use, and you can only use those 3 types of cameras.
They even did that to Scorsese.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine being the producer
It's not-
at Netflix going, Scorsese, you have to use the camera.
I mean,
we
it's
tell
not
you."
it's not like an accident that The Irishman's his worst movie also. So
What?
I don't agree. I don't agree. on that one.
think The Irishman's awful.
I
I
thought
think it's his worst movie
It's
he's ever
like
made.
his second or third best. Actually.
What? No, it's
I,
terrible.
well, no, I'm not going second or third best. But
I am.
Even their faces, it looked so fake. I couldn't. It was like watching like
although
It could have been better.
did you see the deep fake that somebody did de-aging them for that
Yeah.
movie?
yeah, it was
Where
on
it
YouTube.
looked
It looked
10
way
times better than
Yeah.
the movie did.
Well, I think that
Yeah.
technology's gotten way better. Just like,
Oh yeah.
since
yeah.
he made it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I knew that movie wasn't going to age well because he was like at the tip of the kind of thing technology before it really got good.
Yeah.
So
That movie, I mean, it was solid.
I like the last like 30 minutes when there's no de-aging and it's just like them acting.
Yeah.
That
When
I'm like,
it's-
oh, that's good.
like the actual like movie though itself is really good, but
Well, I
it
like
was
the story, but it just it
Yeah.
was like the way it looked just took me out of it constantly. I was like, it was like so uncanny valley that I didn't like it.
The one thing I will say about that movie is that it was the most De Niro movie
It was.
possible. Like you're watching and you're like, yeah, we fucking get it. You're De Niro.
Yeah. I mean, the worst part with the de-aging was when he kicks the shit out of that guy
Oh
at the
yeah,
store,
it definitely like an
and
old
he has
man
like
kicking.
the young man face, but
Yeah.
he's like walking like he's 90 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
poop my
He's
pants,
he's
beat
walking
your
like
ass.
I feel. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that it had some pretty serious flaws,
But yeah, I do think
but I thought it was shot well.
Yeah, it was. No, I like that. I'm with Connor on that one. I like that movie a lot. So, back to the theaters, I do wonder how they are going to invest in trying to bring people back because so many people now like just don't want to go. And how are they going to, make it so they can actually thrive again? Or is it going to be survival of the fittest?
I think it's gonna be that.
Only certain theaters are going to survive.
I think
And-
AMC is gonna fold soon.
I do too.
I'm pretty sure AMC.
No, I like the A-list. I need it.
Me too.
I'm pretty sure AMC almost folded during COVID
Yeah.
and did not recover well,
Right.
and really pissed off studios in the process.
Yeah.
Like they were fucking terrible. Like I don't see AMC lasting. I see like the local chains doing well, like MJR. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see a reason why MJR would go under.
Well, they don't
Besides
have
the fact
that.
they're kind of mediocre.
Yeah, I like those theaters though.
That and the fucking clapping.
I like
The
that.
clapping
I'm a
can-
clapper.
The clapping can die in a fire.
I'm a reformed clapper. I don't really clap anymore, but I
A reformed clapper. Wow.
I always say
That's
really
what
mean
penicillin's
things
for, right?
to kill your clapper.
To kill the clapper.
I think what happened is also they made the window between when a movie was in the theater and when it hit home video way shorter.
It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Like it used to be like 6 months. Now it's like a month
Although
sometimes, if that.
sometimes. I mean, I do
Yeah.
remember back in '89 when Batman hit VHS while it was still in theaters.
Because it was in theaters
Yeah.
for just so long.
Because it was in theaters for a year and a half. But you know what I mean.
Well, like the menu was simultaneously in theaters and on
Yeah.
HBO.
Yeah.
So like it's just like it, and also another thing I think that's kind of annoying about the everything on streaming is like it's hard to just find where to watch a fucking movie. Like sometimes a movie will be like come out and I missed it in the theater and I'm just trying to figure out where the fuck can I watch it.
Who fucking has
Like
the
what,
rights to this
like
shit?
what micro
Right.
micro fucking streaming platform has
Right,
like
right.
they're like oh
Is this on AMC Plus,
Yes,
or is
it's
it
like
on Shudder, or is it?
everything's all over the place. So if I just want to, there's no one-stop shop anymore.
Yeah.
Remember when you first 10 years ago when you first cut cable, it was because cable was really expensive, and then like you could just watch like 2 streaming things and see everything. And now there's like 10 million streaming platforms.
I literally have 9.
Well, I
I
have.
know it's bad.
Well,
I have a
I
lot.
share some of them, but I'm sure
So-
they're gonna start cracking down on
So
that
I'm a
now.
horrible person. My whole family, or Jen's whole family, all have every streaming service you
Yeah.
can get, because except for Stars and Showtime, because I'm like, here's my username and password. Like I'm not on it very much, so,
Right.
And because I'm not on them that much, like we're never gonna get caught.
Yeah. Well, Netflix. I share Netflix with my mom, and I think I saw last month or so that you said they're
They're
gonna start cracking down on
Yeah.
it, I guess, or
Yeah.
make you pay more
Yeah.
or something. I
They're
don't know
gonna,
exactly
they're
what's
gonna
gonna happen.
upcharge, is what they're saying. But the funny part is how they're gonna prove that it's not you,
I don't-
unless you're
I don't
watching it at
know.
the same time.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. You know, and
And how do they prove that it's not somebody from your household?
yeah, I mean,
I guess they could track your IP.
yeah.
No, that wouldn't matter. How do they know that it's not like her boyfriend over there watching the movie at that house?
It makes me wonder too, because like I don't know if you know like when you travel, sometimes like they'll have a smart TV at the place.
Yeah.
And then you like put your Netflix in there so you can watch it whatever or stream. I mean,
Right.
I don't know what
You
they're
do.
gonna.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, I take it off, but like when I'm done. But I honestly, I'm trying to figure out like how they're gonna account for all these kind of different.
Because it's a great threat that scares people that are easy to threaten. But for the rest of us, we're like, fucking catch me.
Yeah, it just seems
Prove it.
counterintuitive to me.
Yeah.
Prove
But
it.
Netflix, I think, didn't like Netflix used to be synonymous with streaming. Like I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna drop something, but Netflix used to be synonymous with streaming, and
Right.
they grew. I think they hit a plateau. They're not gonna get any more, whatever. So, and then a bunch of other streaming stuff came out. So like, what are they gonna do? There's nothing for them. They can't grow in any way, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do share. We don't.
Yeah.
We just have like 6 users on ours or something.
Yeah.
A ton, But we have like everything. We got Netflix.
Yeah.
The Apple one. We've got
HBO,
Paramount.
Hulu.
Paramount Plus, Showtime, Shudder.
Yeah, that's all on our
So
Amazon.
many.
Yeah.
There's so many, and I think, and there's like more coming out all the time because every company now wants their little piece of the streaming pie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah.
like at some point there's gonna hit some kind of like limit. At some point everybody's gonna be like, look, I don't want 20 things. I just want. Maybe they'll start combining forces again or something.
That's what they're gonna have to do. Like, oh, you can pay like $50 a month, and you're gonna get like this package,
like cable. Used
like
to be.
cable. Yeah.
It'll just be cable again
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a new form.
God, we haven't had cable. When did we get? Do you remember when we got rid of cable?
Probably close to a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago, I cut all my stuff off.
Yeah. And I mean,
And it was nice for a while because it was like internet was cheap. So it was like
Right,
internet was
right.
like $40-$50 a month, and then I would have like one streaming thing. And it used to be like $7.99,
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I'm fucking saving all kinds of money.
yeah. Now Netflix is like $17.99.
If you want the 4K.
But yeah, again, back to theaters. I just like every time I go, like, I'm not scared necessarily, but I'm kind of like, I like coming here.
Yeah.
I enjoy being in the theater. I enjoy spending too much on food and pop and all of that. But I'm just like, how are they going to survive? How are they going to make people want to come back? And I think it's going to have to be through creating better options, maybe.
I think it's just creating an actual environment.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, I think the technology is no longer
Right.
distinguishable.
Yeah.
Like you said, you have a better setup than most theaters.
Yeah.
In your house. The options for what to watch, indistinguishable. Like, I can go watch the menu on HBO at home, or I can go to the theater.
Right.
I had better options for what to eat, what to watch, and when I get my bathroom breaks at home.
Yeah.
So I'm going to watch at home. I can't think of anything a theater can do to make it more appealing to me to go there and watch a movie than to watch it at home. Like, I have the same problem everybody else does. I will sit there and fiddle with my phone nonstop through a movie unless it's good.
Yeah.
Like Dune, the new Dune, my phone sat on my end table the entire movie, and I was sucked right in, like,
Because he
spectacular.
did such a great job on
But
it.
that movie was also amazing theatrically. When I saw it
Yes.
in a theater, it's the type of movie I think benefits from theater.
See, but to me, like, literally, the only movie I've seen in 10 years that I thought benefited from being in a theater was Maverick.
Well, I think honestly, Dune. I mean, it's like so big. It's such a big, epic, like movie. I don't know. It just feels. It's got that really boomy soundtrack. That,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think some movies are just. But I also think that, like, remember when was Endgame? When did that come out?
That was 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
That was the last. I think that was like the high point of theater. Like everybody was going to see all these.
Everybody
movies.
was seeing the movies.
Yeah, everybody was
Everybody.
in the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I was there 3 times a week.
But there's
Yeah.
not like that draw anymore. Like even Marvel kind of going, I want to say they're going downhill, but I feel like they're just peaking. I feel like they hit the peak
Yeah.
of there's
The plateau.
yeah, they're oversaturated, I think is what's happening. There's too many Marvel and just superhero things in general, and like there's all these superhero TV shows at the same time. There's just so much of
It's saturation.
saturating that people are just kind of like, when like stuff comes out now. Like,
None of it really stands out.
yeah, correct. Yeah, nothing stands out. Nothing makes you, and then every once in a while you get a Maverick, right? And everybody was just like blown away. It's just,
Yeah.
and it was such a simple movie. It wasn't like complex or anything. It was basically just,
It's an 80s blockbuster.
yeah.
It was
It was simple.
Top Gun: The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
It was retell the same story again, modernize it, and bring back the old crowd that had nostalgia for the original, but tell the same basic story to a younger crowd
Yeah.
and suck them into this franchise.
And make old people cry at Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Because I don't know anybody that wasn't.
yeah.
Talked.
I wasn't as like
He talked.
surprised by it as some people because I saw that Kilmer
Right. The Kilmer
documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good.
Val. Yeah, it was really good. But I wasn't like my mom didn't like. I watched it with her when I got it on 4K, and she was like, "That's what Val Kilmer looks like now." Like she was like, "What?"
Oh, no,
You know?
that wasn't the part that made me cry. It
Well,
was
I
him
know. I'm
talking.
just saying the
Like,
way he
like
looks
they
too.
literally told nobody on set that he was going to talk.
Yeah,
And then he did that, and everybody was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What? Really?
yeah. But she was just more surprised by. I had to like fill her in, like what happened to Val
Yeah,
Kilmer. Like
yeah.
like she was like, "What happened to him?" I was like, "Well, yeah,
Cancer's motherfucker.
yeah."
Yeah,
So,
don't get me started on Val, because that's just a crazy. I mean, that just all of it, just so sad,
Yeah. He's.
just
I mean,
so sad.
it kills me that he is probably my favorite actor of the 80s.
Oh, it's great.
Like, I mean,
Charisma.
yeah. And you go all the way up to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah,
Him and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is some of the funniest shit I have ever seen on film.
The Salton Sea.
Oh,
People forget about that,
that
movie,
one
and that is a
so
great.
good.
You've never seen that, have you?
No.
That's one you need to find. It was what? Him and Deborah Kara Unger,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that
And
was,
it was uncomfortable and good and
Yes.
I
And
loved
dark.
It. Dark, yeah.
I just bought Real Genius
Oh,
on 4K.
there's one of my favorite.
He's great in that.
Every time I make ice at home, like put ice in my cup, I'm like, ice is nice. And my
Yeah.
wife, Jen's like, would you please fucking stop?
Don't ever say that again.
Please fucking stop.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think especially with the advent of 4K now, like everything at home just looks so good.
It looks great.
I think that's
Like even low quality 4K TVs look great.
yeah, and that is all. It's keeping people out of wanting to leave the house.
I
But
mean-
again, we're scared of germs now too.
Yeah.
That
People are
doesn't-
more scared of germs than they've ever been before.
You're gonna laugh. Half of this pandemic, I was working in retail stores, going from store to store. Yeah, I wore a mask,
Right.
but I never stopped being like front and center, surrounded by people the entire time.
Me neither.
Every day, 3 times a day, I would get, "Hey, you've been exposed to COVID warnings,"
Right.
like all the time, nonstop. I honestly didn't come out of it more afraid of anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I finally got COVID like 3 weeks ago for the first time.
And it wasn't that bad. I'm
I
sure.
still haven't.
Oh,
got
it was it was honestly.
Oh, you have it now.
No. Oh yeah. Great.
It was
knew it.
honestly the worst sick I've ever had.
Yeah.
It was brutal. Absolutely, it was terrible.
Everybody
Terrible.
I know that's had it, like there's people at my job that have had it like 3-4 times now, and like it just sounds so horrible. I mean, we went to Toronto a couple months ago, and I caught flu, like literal flu,
And just
and
kicked your ass.
it whooped my ass for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, this.
And I was like, this just regular flu.
I'm still tired.
It was awful.
I'm still tired from this. Like, and it's been almost a month.
Yeah. Well, that's like the long COVID and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
But
Let's not talk about COVID though.
everybody's
come on.
already tired of
yeah,
it.
we're already like. Let's
yeah,
not- yeah.
Let's move. Yeah, we can move on from that
The-
shit.
I had it too, and it was like I didn't even know I had it. I tested for it, negative, and I'm like, I don't know about this, and then 3-4 days later, then it's positive, and by the time I knew I had it, I was almost over it. So again, I don't want to get into that.
Mine,
because,
I just remembered mine was Thanksgiving.
yeah,
I got it Thanksgiving.
Did you lose your taste?
Nope.
Did you eat
he's
Thanksgiving?
never had any taste.
Ah!
Oh.
Oh,
You knew that was coming.
Yeah, well, and it's true.
So did your mom.
Oh, no, she didn't see that one coming.
Oh, we're gonna go back to the original Real
original
Crime
humor.
podcast.
We are.
We talked about that earlier today. I was telling Connor like how this started and what we were doing at the first episodes and how it kind of changed, evolved, and all of that, and like Kirsten being on, and first episode Kirsten was like coming up with different sex positions, and like for the first few months of this, every week Kirsten was on and would have a different sex position.
Oh wow!
That you would talk about. I'm like, this is a movie podcast. It's not Howard Stern, So we learned over time the things to
How
talk
to tone
about,
it down a little,
the
and
things not to talk about. Tone the language back a little. A couple
yeah.
F-bombs here and there are fine. But
I mean, we could talk about churning butter, but I don't think that would be appropriate.
No. So, what is like the best thing you guys have seen in the past couple of years? Do you think, or is that a hard question?
Like movies?
yeah.
I don't
Wow.
it's just so much. It's like
I've seen
just
there's
think back
been
by like 3 years.
so
of,
much
stuff.
good stuff that's come out in the last 3 years.
Especially, I feel like 2022 was when cinema really started getting its groove back.
Yeah, for sure.
And it felt like kind of more old times. A lot more
Yeah, I get that.
big blockbuster things.
We got cool blockbusters. We got good small character stuff. I mean, it really feels like what I remember cinema being. Shit.
Oh, well, my favorite movie that came out the past 3 years was Everything Everywhere All at Once. I absolutely adored that movie. I
I
saw
love
it
that
3
movie,
times
too.
in the theater, and I bought it on 4K, and I watched it twice when I got it. I think it's one of the best movies that's come out in
I desperately
years.
want to see it, and I still haven't gotten
It's
to
good.
it.
It's very
You can
good.
borrow my disc if you want.
I might have to.
Yeah,
It's very,
yeah.
very
Because
good.
Jen and I are both. I'm like, it's Jamie Lee Curtis and Michelle Yeoh, and
Jamie Lee Curtis alone is worth seeing that movie over. You're going to get to the scene with the rocks sitting on the cliff, and literally, like, every time that scene comes up, I'm
Yeah.
like, I just want to watch a whole movie of these two
These two rocks
stones
talking.
just talking.
Talking?
Yeah. Yep.
it's kind of like the two guys sitting on the tailgate of the truck, and
Yeah.
which Marvel movie was it? Where's Matt Damon and I don't remember who else sitting on the truck.
Oh, God. I know what you're talking about, though.
But them just talking about stupid shit.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like a really philosophical movie, and I think it's basically an art house kind of. I don't want to say art house, a maximalist take on like superhero movies and stuff, because it's all of the things. It's actually a better multiverse movie than Multiverse of Madness. I was like,
agreed.
I was like, how these two movies come out the same year? And Multiverse of Madness was like, ooh, it's a strange world where red means go and green means stop. Whoa, it's crazy. Woo.
Yeah.
And then fucking Everything Everywhere All at Once is like hot dog fingers, bitch. Like, it was
Well,
like all like crazy.
At the same time, like two different audiences.
I know, but yeah, one's
Yeah.
more lame. But
No, one is kids. One is 13-year-olds.
well, I wouldn't. That movie is not for 13-year-olds. You talking about
Fuck yeah, it is.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, absolutely for 13-year-olds. I watched worse than that at 9.
Well, I mean, I did too, but I don't think
there
that
you
movie,
go.
I
So
don't
it's a
think,
movie for 13-year-olds.
I don't think. Well, so 13-year-olds should have stuff that's bad.
No, it's just
No.
they don't understand the multiverse concept. For them, that's a new concept.
Well, don't call a movie Multiverse of Madness, and the most madness is the pizza's round. Okay.
There were only like
Hey,
5
hey,
or
do
less.
not make
multiverses
fun
in
of
there,
Bruce
really.
Campbell in that movie and his
Well,
pizza.
Pizza Popolis, is that what he's called?
Pizza
Pizza Papa.
Pizza
right?
Papa, yeah.
He was the
Benedict
best part.
Schmunderich.
Like they had like a big. I could just imagine like at the Marvel headquarters, they had like a big round table of like, what's some crazy multiverses, dude? What if pizza was like fucking round? Whoa!
Oh my God.
Whoa! Then they just filmed it. Whoa!
Sorry, folks. Michelle is stoned right now.
I'm not, but I
She
keep
could
laughing.
be.
You
I
might
just
be.
keep laughing about like they were just like That's the coolest thing you could come up with.
I mean, the multiverse was not explored well at all in it. Like, I have absolutely no argument with that.
Well, they travel through some really cool. You know, like when they're traveling to the universe and they're like changing.
Everything was freaking trippy as shit in between, except for the other worlds.
They went through like a world where they were like made of paint and shit. I was like, wow, and they're just passed by all this cool shit.
Yeah.
And then they're like on round pizza, red means go world.
And then, as Michelle would say, the rest of it was very mid.
Very, as those kids say.
Yeah.
Schmedidick Schmumberbatch.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like there was cool stuff in it, but like and then Everything Everywhere All at Once comes out, and it's like amazing, and all these really creative multiverses with a philosophical like subtext and like this great interesting theme that totally encapsulates like how millennials like feel, because both the directors are millennials, and it's also about like immigration and immigrant parents and how like your parents treat you as like a daughter and you don't feel like it was like this whole deep awesome thing, and I was just like, wow.
I think that it kind of did what like the original Matrix did, and kind of expanded on it even more, did it a little bit better, and was kind of like what like the Matrix, the new Matrix kind of needed to be. It needed to be a little bit more of that.
I still haven't gotten to that.
No? You
haven't seen The Matrix?
No, the new one.
The new Matrix. Okay.
Yeah.
Good movie, the new one.
Yeah, I liked it.
I'll stand by it.
Yeah, I liked it.
That's Connor's favorite franchise, correct?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my favorite.
That's a good pick.
I remember seeing the trilogy at the Bruin View in Chicago.
Yeah.
5 times in 1 week.
Wow.
Because I used to go in for free, and then I just pay for beer, or in my case, rum and cokes, and sit there, eat pizza, and get smashed and watch The Matrix, and that was ridiculous.
I had fun with the new Matrix movie. I kind of knew going into it that it was going to be problematic, and I knew there was no way that it was going to live up to the original. And after the sequels were kind of problematic and not like very well accepted, like I just kind of went into it with like my head down low and like, okay, I'll just watch this. It'll be fun. There's some cool premises in that movie, but the action, like comparing the action in that movie compared to the originals, that's where it's really a hard sell.
They had, the original ones, they had Yu Wu Ping doing the action choreography. One of the masters of the craft. I don't know who did the new one, but it was not good.
Very basic.
But thematically, I thought it was interesting, and I also like that Lana didn't want to make it, and they just were like, "Here's a big bag of money," and she's like, "All right," and then the whole movie's fuck people that make sequels. I love that was the whole theme of the whole movie, was like, why are you, it was basically like, why do you want this, like, what else can we do with it? And there wasn't anything else she could do with the Matrix other than like, talk about the Matrix as a phenomenon in real life,
right?
And like the original Matrix was so mind-blowing when it came out. Like I'd never seen anything like the Matrix when it first came. When I saw that movie, like I kind of saw stuff similar because I was like a weeb, so I saw anime, Ghost in the Shell, stuff like that. So I was kind of familiar a little bit with like that type of stylization, but like seeing it with that much money thrown at it and with like the technology, and it still looks good now. I've rewatched The Matrix
it really did
last year, and I was like, wow, these special effects look great still. It doesn't look bad at all for how old it is. And like, it was so mind-blowing. And I could see Lana being like, what else can you, like, it's a Matrix movie made in a post-Matrix world that's aware of it's post-Matrix. Like every other movie copied the Matrix so much that it's like played out to be Matrixy. Like that whole bullet time thing is like very, so what else could you do with it?
It's so overdone it died.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's why I think you might like the new one, because the new one is literally about that. The movie is literally about dragging something on that already happened, and you can't make it better. Like you can't recapture that lightning in a bottle. The whole entire movie is literally about that.
You're gonna laugh. Like for me, Matrix hit well, but was it City of Darkness or City of?
Oh, Dark City.
Dark City.
Dark City hit so much better for me than the Matrix did.
Yeah, and very similar.
Very similar themes, very similar feel, and Dark City felt, I don't know, it felt different. It felt
Well,
impactful.
the goth tone
Yeah.
of Dark City, just
Mhm.
it's really heavy and very oppressive, that movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen Dark City yet?
I have not.
Oh,
You need to check
the
it out.
director's cut for it. Is,
Yeah, you'll love
is
it.
even better.
You'll really,
Okay.
really like it.
Dude, it's mind bending. It's uncomfortable.
And Kiefer Sutherland in that movie.
Oh my god, creepy
Is-
Kiefer.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
He
in
was
that
so
movie.
good in that. And Rufus Sewell,
That's
as
right.
always, was great.
Yeah.
And so was Jennifer Connelly.
Yes. Yeah, there's a really good cast in it.
And yeah, I mean, shit, dude.
Does
like,
that have a 4K or Blu-ray?
It's just on Blu-ray.
It's
Okay.
just on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I managed to like accidentally find the director's cut on Blue for like $10 the other day.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
It's very trippy too, like differing realities. and-
You're gonna laugh. A lot of the special effects in Doctor Strange, both of them, owe so much to Dark City. Like the
Oh, for
stepping
sure.
cities and the cities
Yes.
like changing shape and
Yes.
warping around them
Absolutely.
that's directly Dark City.
Rufus Sewell was probably like the best part of Old too.
Oh god, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
so good and old.
I
Yeah.
gotta
movie-
watch that again.
Now
That movie was hilarious to see in the theater. Also, the reactions that people had,
Yeah.
to everything that's happening in that movie was so funny to me.
everybody who knows me knows that I am not a Shyamalan fan. Like I think he's
Yeah.
pretty freaking mediocre.
I
like
think he's mid.
He's very mid. He's very mid. He's made 3 movies that I think are
Connor's
excellent.
like, I'm embarrassed for everybody on this podcast.
Like
He's like these old people.
like literally he's made 3 movies that I think were excellent. But fucking Old made me so happy. I adored that movie. Like
Yeah.
it was so well done. And I loved the whole pharmaceutical twist.
Right. Oh yeah. That's
spoilers,
Right.
by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Big spoiler, sorry.
The
Fortunately, it's
issue-
called Real Crime, not spoiler
the
free.
beach makes you old, by the way.
Yeah.
What? What? Is that what happened?
This
No.
beach.
There's a beach in Old?
The beach. That
This
makes you old.
beach. It makes you old.
They needed to remake it with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. This beach makes you old.
Wait, who are you? Why are you trying to kill my wife?
It was really like an awkward movie.
It
and that's like
was.
that's kind of what Shyamalan has been doing lately, like this really awkward dialogue,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
people are just like,
It's still shot
although,
well.
although he didn't with Split or with Glass.
Right.
Glass felt a little.
Glass was a little meh, but
Split was great.
Yeah.
Split was
Good movie.
genius.
Well, now I feel bad about when I saw. When did Glass come out? 2019.
That was 2019. I haven't seen that
2019?
one yet either.
Okay, so
You
I
haven't
won't,
seen what yet?
It's good.
Glass.
Okay.
so I won't say any spoilers. But Bruce Willis is in it. That's not a spoiler. And like I think that's probably when he started getting
yeah.
his aphasia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember when I wrote the review for Glass, I was like, everything was really good except for Bruce Willis, who phoned it in. And I'm just like shitting on Bruce Willis. Not like I wasn't like, oh, he's like a bad person, but I was like, he was the worst thing about it.
Worst performance.
He was really flat, and like it was like he was phoning it in, and like, but he honestly was the worst thing in Glass.
He really was.
unfortunately.
He was really dull.
And
Yeah.
so he probably was starting to get.
He
those
probably
symptoms.
wasn't
aphasia.
understanding what he was doing.
So now I
Yeah.
feel bad. I should go, add a little editor's note into
I'll
that
go back
review.
and rewatch it and see if you see it.
I did buy Glass, because I
great.
needed to have the whole.
Yeah, I bought the box. They put out
With
a
the
set
3?
that had all
Yeah.
3 of them with the.
But he's got a new movie coming out, Knock at the Cabin Door, which we're gonna go see
Next week,
next
right?
week.
Yeah.
No, the week after next.
Yeah.
He has
No, wait.
another movie coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knock at the Cabin Door.
He's pumping him out right now.
So
Why?
there was like
I don't
some
know.
controversy
Why?
with
Why?
him because
Director, it's what he does.
the
I
state.
feel like such a dick when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like I have like my 4 directors where I'm like, fuck them. Like honestly, okay.
I only have
Sorry,
one. It's
Michelle.
Rob Zombie. I don't like Rob Zombie ever.
I would rather watch a Rob Zombie movie than most M. Night Shyamalan
Really?
or any Wes Anderson.
Oh, I love Wes Anderson.
I will watch.
Oh, poor Wes.
I will watch. I will watch every
Wes
Rob
is like,
Zombie
"What
movie
I
back to
do?"
back before I will ever watch one Wes Anderson movie.
I'm kind of with you on that.
I love Wes Anderson.
I like some Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson has whoever his cinematographer is a fucking genius.
Yes,
He is brilliant. He shoots a beautiful movie.
absolutely.
Full of a whole bunch of characters that if I had a machine gun, I would kill all of them.
FBI.
Every single one.
Don't come for us.
Right? Like seriously, He is the only person I've ever seen that can make me dislike Bill Murray in a movie.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Every time Bill Murray is in one of his movies, I'm like, I want to kick him in the balls.
But it's like it's like perfect for Bill Murray's style, though.
Yeah, it is.
Like that
The
really
deadpan.
really dry humor. That's like,
But it's not dry. It's
Yes, it is.
ironic bullshit.
it's super.
Like that's all Wes Anderson has
I
is
don't
look how
think-
ironic and
I don't
and
think his movies are ironic. I think they're very earnest movies. I don't think
I
he's-
don't see,
I don't
that's
think
my
he's
problem. Is I don't
ironic.
buy any of it. It
I-
all feels like
He's just like
not earnest. To
he
me.
just like really likes French movies. You could just tell he really likes French movies. I don't know. What to tell
I
you.
like French movies too, but
He's just like I don't feel like they're like ironic or detached or anything. They always feel like very earnest and emotional. It's just his characters are like quirky.
I don't know. They don't
They're
come
like
off as
super-
See, I like a lot of
stylized.
his films. I like a lot of them, but the last couple have just like fell super.
Royal
flat for me.
Tenenbaums is the only one I thought was watchable.
I love that movie.
Yeah, ask him.
Rushmore, I got up and walked out of.
Oh,
I
so I
like
love
that movie.
Rushmore.
Yeah, ask him.
I literally, I've never had a movie viscerally make me angry, like physically angry. I got so mad watching Rushmore and how much I hated that kid. I got up and left.
Well, you're supposed to hate him.
But
He's like obnoxious.
I know, but I don't want to watch a movie about somebody I hate. I'm not going to give money to people I hate.
What was his last movie?
It was
The French Dispatch.
yeah,
French Dispatch.
Yeah, see that one I,
I like
was like,
that
ooh.
one.
He's
I did
releasing
not.
2 this year.
Yeah.
apparently. Forget
Of course
what
he
they're
is.
Trevor, don't go to the movies to see these.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Thank God you're here.
I'm here to warn you now.
Yeah. I think I'll go watch Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That movie was kick ass.
That movie was.
Great movie.
All right.
I'm not
Let's
going
get
to
off
do
the
that.
hate train.
Yep.
Let's get off the hate train.
Yep.
Okay.
I
We're
try
back.
not to do that anymore online anymore. And
We're
here I
back
am,
now.
like,
We actually got past an hour. I think we should cut it for tonight and say, good job, guys.
wow, we are back.
We're officially back. We will hopefully be back every Sunday unless, there's another plague of sorts. But if there is, we'll just spread it to each other and then we'll just make sure we...
Well, we could
Come down
quarantine together and then just record the podcast in quarantine.
That's true, too. We could
Every
do
day,
that.
just live stream it
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah, I think my
Us
wife
dying.
might get mad at that.
You can just move in.
Yeah. I'll bring all the cats. Too.
Oh, even better.
Because that'll go well.
Connor would be ecstatic, though.
Connor would be pleased as shit. I mean, we have several cats that need new homes. Hey, that goes for all of you guys. I have 5 cats that are looking for homes. If you know anybody that has a cat or needs a cat, let me know.
What if Wes Anderson wants a cat?
Wes Anderson can have a cat
The fantastic Mr. Cat.
as long
Yeah.
as. Oh God, I hate him.
You don't do it.
No, you're gonna laugh. I have online. I have gotten to the point where I'll see somebody post something about something I can't stand, and I'm like, I can just
Step
scroll
back.
past.
Yeah,
I can scroll right by it.
it's
I
the
don't
same
have to
thing
say
as
anything.
don't read the comments, don't
Yeah.
comment. You
Yeah.
know, because really, it's easier
Yeah.
to go that way.
It's
Sometimes
it's so easy to be mad about everything and
Yeah.
comment about all the things I don't like, instead of I just try to focus on and post about things I do like now.
and that's good though. That's a
Yeah.
good way to be.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
So we're gonna.
And I didn't get to do my movie of that I thought was the
Oh
best.
yeah,
We totally
hit it.
skipped over.
Hit it. Hit it.
I'm still I was still trying to figure it out, and then everybody came up with great ideas, and fuck, I mean there was so much that I absolutely loved.
Yeah, there was a
over
lot.
Dune. I mean, I'd have to say, Dune was probably the best thing I saw in
Yeah,
the last 3 years.
I would stick with Dune
Is part 2
myself.
coming out this year?
Next.
Yeah.
Is it this
Oh.
year? Or
I
next year?
defer to him on this. Is it this year?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Cool.
Because I know they just wrapped production a couple weeks ago.
He does sci-fi well.
He does. And it's funny, I had said back when we were still doing the podcast, I had gone back and I had just started watching some of his movies and I didn't like them. I still don't like his Blade Runner, but totally I have changed my mind on everything else of his that I've seen.
Yeah,
It's all
We should do a episode
Really
on
solid.
him specifically.
Yeah.
On Denny?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
On Denny?
yeah, because
Yeah.
we haven't talked about him enough. We really
I'd do an
haven't.
episode on him.
Yeah, I would happily come talk about him.
Prisoners.
Great movie.
That's actually the only one I haven't seen by him.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen all his movies except Prisoners.
You need to see that movie.
Yeah.
For
I hear it's good.
sure.
It's got Hugh Jackman in it, right?
Yes.
That's the one? Okay.
And Paul Dano.
Oh, okay.
So you see the evolution of Paul Dano, continuing on from his weirdness in There
Oh,
Will Be
Riddler?
Blood into Prisoners,
Yeah.
into the Batman. Like you see that evolution of him.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
becoming-
He was Riddler, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
becoming weirder and weirder and stranger.
Back to that movie.
Yeah,
Phew.
he's man, we need to do an episode on Paul Dano.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah, we've got our work cut out for us, but
We have a lot of things that we can cover that'll be really interesting to talk about.
yeah, that we never have,
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
really hoping that we get back to it, we hit it, start hitting some of these events again, the
Yeah,
comics, the comic shows and the toy shows and all
yep.
of that stuff.
We might want to, just in case anybody from the con is listening, we might want to hit Astronomicon.
Yeah,
They actually have a pretty ridiculous stacked guest list this year,
cool.
including like Kevin Smith and all of them.
Yeah, now
I
we
know
got
that
some
I'm the
new gear.
biggest-
We can go and live stream and
Yeah,
do these fun things there.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're with everybody. We suffered the same fate that everybody else did.
Oh yeah.
And now it's time we gotta get back to doing the things that we enjoy doing. It's
yeah.
It's
yeah.
important.
This is kind of the first step of me actually starting to care about the stuff again,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I stopped. Like I genuinely stopped caring about watching stuff.
Oh, I did stuff throughout the whole.
Well,
I
yeah,
still
you were consistent.
Yeah.
I lost all interest.
Well, I need
Like,
something to distract me.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing stuff the entire time, but like this was the one thing, like the band thing, like, we had our couple shows and, that always kept going. We did our pandemic videos and things like that. But like, this was the one thing, like, this is not just doing a podcast for me. This is like my social outlet for the week.
and it's cathartic.
Yeah.
Like it's
And-
really good release.
Yeah, it's a good release. It's good to talk to
Yeah.
other people that have similar interests,
Yeah.
every week and be with my friends and put stuff out there that
Mhm.
people actually want to listen to and watch.
And
so,
doing it in a very positive, fun way.
yeah,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
So, whoever watched tonight, thank you. We will hope to be back next week.
Yeah.
Sunday,
And hopefully
8 p.m.
hopefully they'll have a topic. I probably
Yeah.
won't be here.
If you've got ideas for shows, comment on this stream and let us know if you have any ideas for topics you want us to cover coming up. But
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome if you guys have any ideas.
we're back.
Yeah.
Yay. All right, everybody have a good night.
Goodbye.
And
Bye.
we're not dinosaurs.
We're not dinosaurs yet. Do, do, do.